Hello there.
Hey friends, welcome back.
This is Jake.
This is Jamie.
And we're back with another episode of Nuff Bullshit. Oh yeah. We're your hosts.
Jake and Jamie.
Here for another great episode. What are we going to talk about today, Jake? Wait. Alright, cover's blown. It's not Jake, if you haven't already.
It's not Jake or Jamie.
Actually.
It's Nigel and Herman.
Yep.
And we're here to give you news on...
Alright, we're bringing this too far.
Yeah. It's Jake and Mitch again. We're back. Jamie's on another business trip.
Yeah, another one.
He's
been busy lately.
He had the meeting, and then he went right from the meeting right to Guatemala.
Yeah, he's
been there till today. I think he might be coming back.
He's not just on a business meeting. He's on a business trip.
Yeah, it turned into a business trip.
So I'm the new Jamie this week, and he'll be back next week.
We're hoping so. Like, I hope he comes
crossed.
home. I'm hoping he comes home.
We miss him.
But I'm sure our dear viewers miss a little bit of Jamie.
He will be back.
You get a lot of good things out of Jamie. And
but you know what though? If
there's
Jamie's
a hole in
back,
the podcast right now.
We got, who else do we got? We got Mike.
Oh, if he never comes back?
Yeah, if Jamie's never back, I mean,
we'll probably have to shut her down.
Yeah, you know what? It's not enough bullshit without Jamie.
No.
Anyways,
it's just enough.
Yeah. Wait, or we can just say it's just bullshit.
True. It's bullshit without Jamie. That's a long intro.
Oh, that's.
What are we going to talk about today?
Man, we didn't prepare, did we? I don't know. It was video games last week.
Yeah. A couple days ago. Pretty sure people know that we do these. People know we do these back to back, but that's all right. But hey, try to keep it lore friendly around here.
All right. Well,
do you think? Let's talk about people appreciating things.
You know what we can talk about?
Oh, okay.
I'm only drinking water now because I have a reason to, which is because I'm going to be talking a lot, so I'm going to have to drink water, right?
Okay, this goes into appreciating. Yeah. Okay.
No, seriously though,
yeah.
I never drink water unless I have a reason to. Like, there's people that will drink water just because, I'm thirsty, I'm going to grab water. But for me, it's like, I will never do that. It always has to be,
you have a
juice, pop. No, I never just choose to drink water. Like, unless I'm actually, playing a sport or, doing something like this, like talking for a long period of time. I'm not going to just grab a bottle of water, I'm not a water guy.
Because I did the same thing until very recently. I've just been drinking tons of water lately.
That's good. That's really
I've just
good.
Been drinking a lot.
It's I almost want to just turn into one of those gym rats where you have that milk jug of.
I wanted to do that
and
so
just
bad.
Constantly water.
I'd be pissing all day.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I'd be peeing all day.
And again, I was saying earlier, usually water's cold. At least usually you get water from a fridge, and this bottle of water is really cold, and I'm always cold. So drinking this, I'm shivering. I'm really cold if you can't tell.
I don't think they can tell.
Anyways, what were you going to talk about? Because this whole water subject is
no, let's keep talking about water. It goes into the appreciation of assets and things in life, like water.
Yeah,
you gotta have water.
When you
this is so boring.
No. If you think about how easy it is to okay, well, we're living in a completely different part of the world where water is very easy to get, but you look at some other people and they can't just grab a bottle of water like we can. It's I've never my eyes aren't open to that whole part of the world. I haven't traveled to countries where it's a third world country where it's so different. And I really want to. Obviously we're young, so we haven't traveled much, but traveling is definitely on the bucket list of things. I'm not just saying us. I'm sure everyone in their growing years, everyone wants to travel.
People want to travel for the relaxation and everything, but the other side of traveling is exploring
and experiencing how other people live.
Because that's my big world.
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean. People don't appreciate what we actually have living like we do.
Oh yeah,
you go to the grocery store and walk through the produce section. Everything is from all over the world.
Oh yeah,
everything in the grocery store is from everywhere. And we have it all down the street.
My girlfriend pointed out that I just had a pineapple in my kitchen today, and I was like, yeah, so? And she's like, I never just buy pineapple as a pineapple. Like, I always buy it like in a tray or like already cut. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's like what? Like, whatever, right?
Defeats the fun.
I was reading the tag and like, it just said like, came from Costa Rica, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this pineapple was literally grown on a tree, just, pulled and shipped all the way out to Canada where we are.
How weird is that?
And now it wasn't me, but someone in my family just went out and bought it, and it was all the way out in Costa Rica.
Like very recently, like could have been last week because it's fruit, right?
Oh yeah, fruit. It's kind of on the fly. You gotta get at it and eat it quick.
That's what's crazy is like
the whole world is so connected now.
It's so small now in a sense. Like it's still big.
Yeah, like the world is so big. And like traveling is hard because it's a long distance, but at the same time the whole world is so connected and so.
Look at it in sports when the players, the teams go to every state, every city that the other team plays in.
I was looking at my
82 times a year, like for the game, every game.
And the year isn't stretched for the entire 12 months.
No,
either.
It's
like
5, 6.
They play like every other day.
Yeah,
it's brutal. And what's worse, like baseball. Baseball is even worse because baseball is like over 100.
Games, yeah.
And like, see, honestly, I don't even know how they travel. Like, is it a bus?
It's all private jet.
Okay, it's all jet.
And then bus.
Like
land.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Land in the city. I'm sure you get a private bus that brings you to the game.
Oh yeah, because you gotta travel that quick.
Oh yeah.
If you have a game in like Minnesota one day,
you think about all the
2 days later, you got to travel all the way back to, like.
You think about the scheduling.
Yeah.
Like who thought.
Yeah. Who's behind
like
the
they
scenes
coordinated
to do
a
all
schedule.
That? Yeah.
And somebody like the equipment managers need to make sure this player's gear is in Columbus from Toronto.
It's not just the players. Yeah. There's a lot more that has to go with them.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, it's as hard as it is to travel. It's pretty easy though to. Like, here's another big thing I've noticed with like how the world is so it's not the same. Like, I have like the Amazon Prime, so like when I want something online, like I get it like the next day. Like I ordered like, what did I order recently that came in like right away? Well, I remember for Christmas, I'm pretty bad at Christmas shopping, so I procrastinated until like the 20th until like I started, and it hit me that like
so you can't go to the
I can't like
malls are packed at that point.
And so I was on Amazon. And it was like, nothing's gonna show up by Christmas, but unless I would have gotten this Amazon Prime thing, and, I had a 30-day trial, so I was like, you know what, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? Now that I think about it, the trial's probably coming up to an end now, since it was like the 20th of December.
It's true.
Yeah, you know what? It's past the 20th. It's you know what? I probably lost it. All right. Anyways, well, when I had the Prime, excuse me, I would order a present, and honestly, 2 days later, it would just show up. And like it was shipping out from like places so far away, and like it would just come to my doorstep. It's like, how did like?
That's
what?
when you look at the world as being small, because the
totally.
way you travel now, and the way you get things from other places, and the way you talk to people.
Oh yeah, dude!
Like my brother's in Australia right now, and I can talk to him on the phone.
If you want,
on the other side of the planet.
You know what's ridiculous? So obviously it's 10 a.m. for him on the next day.
Yeah.
So he's living in the future, first of all. But if you wanted, you can communicate to him in the future by just simply
dialing a few numbers.
No, these are the steps you have to take. You have to pull out this magical device you have in your pocket. you honestly, you put your finger to a fingerprint sensor, and it unlocks the device for you, and only you can do it because it's your fingerprint, right? Somehow the device knows that it's your fingerprint. You hit one button that says phone, and then you scroll until you see his name. You click his button, and you're now suddenly talking.
And then he pulls out his magic device.
Yeah, he pulls out his magic device.
He opens his.
Hits one button because he doesn't have to find you. It's already right there because you're calling.
Because magically your devices are connected now through the magic.
World? If you look back to the caveman days, like how can you go from
sticks
trees and rocks to now like this? Like what? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. Not only like you're talking into something and it's just magically appearing on the other side of the world.
You said something very
that's
interesting
ridiculous.
On a camping trip that we went on years ago. That still sticks with me.
How in the world do you remember this? Anyways,
and it was comment about pictures.
Oh, dude, and
it blew my fucking mind.
Dude, it blows my mind thinking about it. I know, I remember now.
But it's
I remember
not
what I told you.
But it doesn't blow my mind at the same time because that's what a picture is. But it blew my mind.
Because here's the thing, we've been living with cameras our entire lives, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we just, ever since we were younger, we've had cameras that we can just snap pictures with, and then that's it, right? But, like, who's the first guy to think, oh, like, I'm going to create something that, like, freezes time and, like capture a time in the world.
You're capturing a moment in time forever.
Yeah, like, how do you take that? Like, how do you know what I mean?
How is time travel not real?
How do you freeze time? Like, you're freezing time with taking a picture. Yeah. You're freezing that second in the world, and now it's
using something about a megapixel.
Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
And the less pixels or the more pixels you have, the better.
It's weird, man. Like, what sort of device? Like, how are you supposed to make a device that does that? Is what, like...
Remember in the old...
It started with,
the thing that you pump.
Oh, yeah.
You would have to twist thing, and everybody would just stand there and not move because they don't know when the picture's going to get taken. Everybody looked like they were going to die.
Yeah. But see, for how has it came so... Like, this... How has it came this far so that you can literally just...
Like, everybody's a supercomputer in their pocket at all times.
It doesn't make sense.
The knowledge of the entire universe on them at all times. They have the answer to any question you want to know.
Pretty much.
Any opinion you want to find out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like anything.
You can...
Anything.
You can spend your entire life on, like, this device and you still haven't, seen it all. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't... You there's still more that you could have discovered and read. Like, YouTube. How many hours of YouTube videos do you think there are? Probably billions.
Oh my goodness.
Billions of, like, lifetimes worth.
Trillions, I'd say.
I was watching a guy's YouTube video of how he was talking about, because it keeps track of how long somebody will watch your video for. So, like, if a video has like 100,000 views and the video is like a minute, it doesn't mean you have 100,000 minutes of that video viewed, because some people can go on the minute, or sorry, some people can go on the video and exit out of it 5 seconds in, right? But it's still a view. Well, there's like, the makers of the YouTube video can see how long people have been watching your videos for, and some people have, like, the guy I was watching, like, his total watch time was like in the millions of hours. So he's like, yeah, I've had, like, like, people watch my videos for this many hours. Like, that's weird to think. Like, that's longer than how long I'm gonna live for.
It's longer than, like, the planet has been around.
And he's like, that's ridiculous.
Because, like, that's also a brain fuck. Because, like, you think about it, like, you've stolen millions of hours from people, but everybody's only given like an hour or two each. Yeah. But in total,
you've taken up that like much millions of hours from the world.
That's such a brain.
No, it's so because weird. Because you no matter how long you live, like, you can't produce that many hours of watch time or whatever it is, right? Like, that blows my mind.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah, you can't. You're really starting to think about it.
So how the hell do you take millions of hours?
Well, because there's millions of people, right?
Yeah, what the heck? Can you take an hour from a million people?
Or, minutes here and there.
You've taken a million hours.
No, it's ridiculous.
Wow, that's weird.
Some things when you really think about, like, it hits you and you're like, whoa.
Like a phone call is...
I know.
Your voice we've been there. Being traveled, like, say, to, like,
how do you
across the world through fucking wires?
Well, think about, like, what we're doing right now. Like, our voices are being recorded.
Oh yeah.
And then tomorrow, if I want, I can relive this conversation. Like, I can have this conversation, but I won't be, in it. I'll just be listening to it. That's just weird. Like, how? Like, I'm just because I'm talking to this black thing right in front of me. Like, suddenly now, like, anyone can
do magic. Like, it's basically magic.
We'll just call it magic,
because it basically is. Like, who the hell?
Technology magic.
Who the hell thought of this?
Oh, seriously.
And what happens? Like, what happens when everybody who's smart dies?
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna bring up that point of
the Joe Rogan.
The stand-up comedy we were watching a while back. Like, everyone's at the point now where, like, we've been born into this world of technology, right? I mean, because of some of this technology being developed back, hundreds of years ago, like, for example, I mean, like, cars and computers and stuff like that. like anything, like any technology.
It's all already made.
Yeah, it's already made. We were born into it. Like,
and it's already mastered.
If all the people that, you know how to, like, know their ins and outs on that technology die, like, what are we gonna do? We're just now gonna have this technology. Like, what was the example he used with the lights?
Like, yeah, the lights go up. So who's gonna, like, when what you do when the power goes out is you sit and wait for somebody to fix it.
For the people that work on the lights or the power too.
And they're gonna fix it at some point. Right?
But if all those people weren't around anymore and the power goes out, everyone is just gonna sit there.
Everybody's gonna huddle around the telephone pole
and look up,
just shrug their shoulders and go, "I don't know what the fuck to do."
Oh, what? Yeah.
Like, somebody gonna fix it, or
is anyone gonna fix this? Like, yeah. We're all getting mad at like
who knows how to fix this? Like, who built this? Like, he died. Like, his whole family's dead. Everybody who was a part of this is gone.
Like, if everyone like that died, like, or think about like if mechanics all like everyone that knew how to work on a car or whatever, right? Yeah. They all died. I mean, this is so hypothetical, right? But if it would happen, and slowly now,
because it's just starting to become normal, right? Like, the lives being used to having computers, being used to have all these high tech things that are very like complicated.
Oh yeah.
Like, we talked about programming in the last one and stuff.
Oh,
like,
man.
There's a lot that goes into making a computer do what you want it to do.
Exactly.
Like, it's almost a brain.
Like, again, like hundreds and hundreds of hours are being put into a video game.
And we don't know how to make one. No. We just know how to use it.
No.
And we know how to play fun games on it and watch people have sex with each other on it. that's all that people use it for.
Yeah, a lot of people use computers for that, eh? It's like, how in the world do they show up like that?
Mm-hmm.
How in the world do videos like that just, So now it's so easy for us. Like, any one of us can just, grab our, again, magical device from our pocket, go to the camera, slide over to the video or whatever, film anything we want, and then we can just put it on the internet for anyone to just go ahead and
it's there forever.
Yeah, it's there forever. Like, it's crazy.
It's so,
the world is evolving.
Dense.
The world is evolving at such a rapid rate that like I'm scared to be alive in 20 years. Like, with how much, like, I'd say we're in like
what's next?
Yeah, I mean, we're in us being the like the newest generation. Like, we're obviously growing up surrounded by the most I don't know, like, the newest stuff and like the most, I guess, complex stuff, because it's the newest, right? Like, it's the most developed, right? So like, we're in like this weird time where we gotta like adapt to so much more than what our parents had to adapt to, and so, but at the rate that we're going, like, it's gonna get to a point where like people won't be able to. There's gonna be too much. Like, it's already getting to the point where we were talking about earlier, like, there's people that are in, like, at the top where they're in so much control of the world. Like, the whole world is just following following this one template of what a normal life should look like. Because these people that have created the ecosystem, or like the fundamentals, is, I don't know, like, it's weird, man.
Like, at some point there's not going to be many offbeat people.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Irregular people.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a really good way.
Because everybody's going to follow the trends. Yeah. Because everybody follows trends.
Well, right now, when you look at it, like, a normal life should be, you're born, you learn your basics, how to talk, blah blah blah. You're thrown straight into school, and then once you graduate school, you're now expected to go into a more specific, like, subject area of expertise, learn about it, and then live your whole life, doing this, like, live your whole life. I don't know. I can't even think of one job right now off the top of my head. Like, you're
welding.
Yeah, whatever, houses, right? Yeah. And then, you retire, you have a pension, you die,
right? Sounds great.
But there's very few people now that finish high school and they go and they travel, and I don't know, like, I'd say a pretty new career path that people are taking that was not around earlier is like, people on YouTube, they vlog.
Yeah.
Or they do, like,
it's a new opportunity.
Like, there's so many more career paths now than there were 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Oh yeah. In different ways too, though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
less and less, because we don't need, like, we're starting to not need as many, like, teachers and stuff, or like like, we'll always need people to build.
There's always jobs that come, and then there's jobs that go at the same time. That's pretty much how it's working. It's like, you gotta, I'd say the best thing that you can do is try to look ahead and see what's gonna be big down the road, and try to, like, kind of be the first one at it. Yeah. And kind of develop a new upcoming,
like, advance, like, that you figured out,
industry,
like almost an inventor.
Like, yeah, like, look who, like, if you look at the richest people right now, it's the owners of, you know, like, social media. It's the you know, the CEO of Snapchat, or the CEO of Instagram. They saw the technology that, like, they saw this new technology, and they said, okay, well, everyone's going to be using this new technology, so I'm gonna now come up with something that this new technology uses. So, you know, like Snapchat, you know, everyone has an iPhone now, or everyone has a smartphone now. So what's something that, you know, somebody can do on their smartphone? And bam. So it's like, you just got to see what's coming and be the first one to it, and that's pretty much how people should go at things.
It's weird nowadays, the schooling system. Yeah. Because you got so many kids in school.
Don't want to be there.
And they're all taking the same thing.
They can't afford it either.
Yeah. They're all in debt, and they're all taking the same class.
It's because why? Because their parents, that's all the parents know. That's the only thing the parents know, so that's what they expect of their kids. I mean, honestly, though, like, school...
You gotta go to school for the right reasons.
Yeah, there's school. You need to go to school for a lot of things. Yeah. There's no guarantees, but you do need to go to school for a lot. Yeah. And in school, you will learn more than just how to, you know, weld a piece of metal to a piece of metal. You're gonna learn, you know, like, how to communicate with other people, and you're gonna meet so many more people that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. And there's a lot that school's gonna do for you. Like, that's why so many people go to school. But it's like, there's some people, though, that just that go to school for the wrong reasons, just whether it's because they don't know yet what they want to do, or they just their parents are making them. But it's like,
a lot of people just do it because everybody does it. And they love being in college because of the atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's so many different reasons. But there are those people that are in school just for the wrong reasons, and it's like, they don't know, though. They don't know that, you know, that's not the optimal, you know, thing to do for them. But,
like, if you go to school, you go get, like, say you want to become a welder, and you need your 2 years of welding school to become a welder. Like, like, that just, it makes sense.
Or if you want to be, like, an officer. Yeah. If you want to be an officer, you need to go to school to learn, you know,
the policing,
the rules of the law, all that. You learn what it takes. You gotta. It's not like you can just apply to be a police officer, and, like, anyone without.
I hope schools start, like, people do co-ops and stuff. Like, I like that.
That's a really good
students
idea.
out in the world,
in the field, where they're gonna,
not just in the classroom.
You're never. I mean, you will, obviously. You'll learn, like, the textbook stuff, but
you always learn more.
The best way to learn something, or how to do something, is by doing it. Like, that's what everyone says, but it's
true. It's the only way. But anyways, besides the schooling, like, the amount of, like, we're gonna run out of jobs, in the sense that people are going to school for the wrong reasons, because we need more people to build things. We need more, like, because to get a little political, like, Trump was talking about rebuilding the inner cities of broken down states. Oh yeah, like, you're gonna need a lot of hands, workers, a lot of workers.
Not those people in school.
Not people who are not the 100 people in psychology class.
Yeah. The packed
film and entertainment class. Like, like, come on, like, I don't know. It's hard.
I agree. No, I totally see what you mean by that. I was gonna bring up another point about that, but I lost it.
About school?
Oh shoot, I lost it. I just went blank completely. Sorry.
It's funny when that happens, though.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to hold on to a thought, but you're trying to listen to what, you know, the person you're having a conversation with is talking about, and then just because you're
then you want to say something.
Why do people do that?
I know.
That's so weird. Anyways,
It's weird, like, to think about this. I might get really weirdly deep here, but like, what are we all like? I feel like we're all just fighting the fight that nobody knows why.
I look at. Oh man, I was gonna drop a bomb on you.
Go ahead, man. That's why we're here. You look at what?
Okay, I was gonna say I look like. I relate life to like it's. I mean, here's the thing. Like, video games are usually, made around life, but it's like at the same time you can look at life as like one game, like one video game. Like, it's like you click the random button on the player or the player customization mode, because again, you can't choose how you sound, what you look like, any of that. And so you hit the random button. That's just your dealt a hand. That's kind of how it is in life. But it's like, yeah, there's the players that have like the really good hands, like born tall, strong, good looking, blah 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 blah. But it's all about how you play the game. Like, if you're good at playing the game, you'll win. Like, you can be dealt the best player. Like, you can play.
What if the game's constantly changing and evolving?
That's the thing. So you have to learn how to adapt, and you have to learn how to do all that. It's like games honestly though are people's takes on life. Oh, yeah. Or people's take on an alternate life. Yeah. Or like, I don't know, but people's so there's a lot of different aspects of life that are thrown into a video game that you play and you learn because you want to beat the game, and it helps you.
But it does help you. Like, everybody's run into this problem. It's like,
oh yeah,
I'll sit there and grind on a video game because of the game, but then I won't grind on like
on real life stuff.
Reading a book about something that I could just learn.
That's the thing. Like, okay, in a video game, you'll
because there's reward.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Rewarding.
It's short term. Like, you see the reward. Yeah. You know that if you
complete this quest,
do this task in the game, you will now be able to do this. Whereas, like, in real life,
so what do you think?
There's no guarantees of anything.
What
like,
if you like give yourself rewards for little tasks?
Like, well, then everyone would.
That's the weird thing. Like, in a game, like, any reward's a good reward.
See, yeah,
like, you got this sick item.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a game now where you spend lots of time doing something just so that you can do the next step in the game. But like
anything,
I can't think of
RuneScape.
RuneScape. You let's see.
You need 40 mining to get into the.
I think it's like 60, but.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Okay, no. Let's just say to wear the best armor. You need you need a certain level of defense, right? Yeah. So you're gonna spend hours and hours and hours training the skill that you have in the game to be able to access the best.
When if I went to like a boxing gym and spent hours and hours training my real defense,
that doesn't guarantee you to be the best, or not be the best, but it doesn't guarantee you to like. It doesn't guarantee you anything. It's like now, okay, so like you have a skill, like I don't know.
But I'm a strong believer in like if you dedicated your life to something, you could be the best at it, or you could be best like good enough to.
Look, you have a set of eyes, you have arms and legs,
like everybody else.
Have. So if there's people like Michael Jordan who are the best at basketball, why can't you work as hard as he does and be the best? Like, you can. For sure. That's why there's people as good as Michael Jordan and whatever, Sidney Crosby, whatever.
No, it's weird.
But again, like, it takes a lot of love for what you're doing to get as good as someone like that. Like, you gotta really love what you're doing to get as good as someone like that. But if you can find that, man, you're in the clear. You won.
Yeah, you win.
You're the winner in life. Like, you.
Well played.
You beat yourself. Now you beat the world.
And on that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up. This has been another segment of Nuff Bullshit.
This has been a pretty good one.
This was a good one.
It was pretty.
We covered a lot of topics.
It was all over the map, and it was really hard to follow. I found, but
it keeps people on edge, right? It keeps people.
I'm sure people are gonna be listening, and it's really gonna make them think.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? So,
but don't forget, our new Instagram page is up, and memes are being added daily. They're fucking hilarious.
More than one daily.
Oh yeah,
and I'm loving it.
And we're also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Hold on. Where can they find the YouTube? Where can they find? Like, if
you
they're
can
listening
find,
on
if you
SoundCloud,
find one of them, you can find the rest of them.
Oh, okay. Because I know I listen.
You don't have to look far if you find one of them.
All right. Or I'm sure you can just kind of type in the search bar. Nuff Bullshit. But, all right.
Anyways, this is Jake, and
this is Herman.
Mitch. We're going to have Mitch on more often. You're going to hear more of Mitch, because this has been 2 good podcasts. And Jamie wants to be on with you as well. So
yeah, I would like to. Do we have room for 3 though? That's the question.
Yeah, we can pull up a chair.
Right now, there's only 2 kind of.
We've done it before.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to.
But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, night, or sleep, or whatever the fuck
wherever you are.
Wherever the fuck you are, have a great time. Talk to you later.